Hi, this is Eddie Dorland-Sutter with LEN Educational Resources. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about the fallacy of grade level. I always think it's funny because I've been teaching a long time, and I can tell you I've never had a classroom of students where every student in the classroom was working at the exact same level in whatever skill we were talking about. So talking about English and reading, I've never had, when I taught sixth grade, I never had a bunch of sixth graders come in all reading at the sixth grade level. In fact, many of them were reading second or third. Some of them were reading 10th or 11th or 12th. But for the most part, they were all scattered in a fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth grade range, and that was fine. But somehow we are so worried about our kids getting behind, about our children being behind. And I always want to ask, behind what? What are they behind? They are their own entity. They are their individual person. And their track of learning, their successful track of learning is their own set pace. And I think parents need to stop being so concerned about it. Yes, we have people with learning disabilities. Hey, that would be me. We have people who have significant learning disabilities. That would be my eldest child. We have people who are ADHD, or people who have visual motor processing, fine motor processing, auditorial learning disabilities. And sometimes certain things are harder for them. So, for instance, my mom used to say that if she was held back to where her math levels were, she'd still be in fifth grade, which I think is really funny. She's one of the most intelligent, amazing people I knew, and she'd still be in fifth grade. Didn't help that she was the size of a fifth grader. Small woman, amazing woman. Um, I learned algebra. I managed to get through it as my mom did. I do have some good basic algebra skills, but I can't tell you I have not used algebra in real life or even in school as a teacher or in my profession, or I can't tell you when I've used algebra last. And I don't really see algebra as a skill that I need to know, besides that it was required for me to graduate from high school and then again from college. There is a huge fallacy, just as we've talked about how some children learn to walk at 8 or 9 months, which is ridiculously early, and you're like, no, I don't want them walking. And other children learn to walk at 24, 28, 20, 29, 30 months, and that's all within normal range. We have that for academic stuff too. Some children start speaking at 8 or 9 months. Others don't utter a word until they are 3 years old. And all of that is within normal limits. And we need to stop worrying so much. Now, part of what LEN Educational Resources can do for you is to help guide you in examining your child and in looking at your child and saying, okay, where are the strengths? Where are the weaknesses? How can we help out on some of those weaknesses? How can we work on those strengths? And that's what I can do to help you. But just like we're not going to worry about a 15-month-old who isn't walking yet, we're going to go to the doctor. The doctor's going to say, oh, he's fine. Give him another couple months. Let's recheck this in 4 months. That's what we do too. That there is a big fallacy of grade levelness and what that means to individuals and to groups of people. And my jobs as the director of LEN is to help people understand that your child is unique, and what your child needs is different from what every other child needs, and what their level that they need to be at is different. Also, I do understand that some of you, after this pandemic is over, want to send their kids back to school, and I get that. I really do. And I want to make sure that when that does happen, if that happens, I want you to know that your child will be able to slide right back into a public school program and be successful. And so we'll be paying attention to that too. But there's a big fallacy about grade level expectations, and we need to think about that as we are talking about the choices that we need to make to best educate our children during this time period.